So that's Mason building behind us. The door's all open. I think they're all lit up. I think they're in there doing some sacrifices right now while the parade's going on. So nobody realizes it. Then they sit out front and out hot dogs trying to tempt Whiskey to come over here. Ain't that right, Whiskey? Anyway, take a little drive. We gotta run somewhere real quick, so burn out what's left of the gas. But you know, try to keep the thing rolling, come up with some content. Some of it ain't that great, so you know, whatever. Appreciate all the people who are sticking it out with us. You know, it'd be nice if things would come along a little faster. Be able to maybe do some live streams, stuff like that. But anyways, give a shout out all the new subscribers. Thank you very much. So usually by the time I get these videos up, you know, we got new shit coming out all the time, and some of the content I've been wanting to get to, kind of had to put it on hold because, you know, as I've said before, at the end of the day, it's about what's most important, and our souls should be what it is, right? Today's but as of this recording, today is trick or treat for Defiance, Ohio. Whiskey's wanting to get out here and take a walk, so we gotta run somewhere real fast, and then I'm gonna take him on a walk before all the kids get out. But what about Halloween? Are you celebrating Halloween? That's what today's subject's about. Honestly, I'm not here to condemn anyone or whatever, but the truth is we shouldn't be celebrating Halloween. Not as it's traditionally has been. It's a pagan holiday, and it's a worship of things that we should not be doing, and allowing of things, whether you see it or not. These are rituals and stuff like that you're allowing into your life. And a praising of the dead, right? That's what it really boils down to. Hold on a minute. I'll show you this clip here. I'll share this little clip with you, explain a little bit about it, and let's talk about it.
It was called All Hallows Eve, but many people can trace it back all the way to the pagans, specifically a Celtic pagan celebration called Samhain. Now this was basically a magical harvest festival that prepared people for the winter that was to come. It was not Christian at all. It was used to worship specifically other gods, pagan gods. GodQuestions.org says this: at Samhain, farmers brought livestock in from summer pastures, and people gathered to build shelters for winter. The festival also had religious significance, and people burned fruits, vegetables, grain, and possibly animals as offerings to the gods. In ancient Celtic stories, Samhain was a magical time of transition when important battles were fought and fairies cast spells. It was a time when the barriers between the natural world and the supernatural were broken. The Celts believed that the dead could walk among the living at this time. During Samhain, the living could visit with the dead, who they believed held secrets of the future. Scholars believe that Halloween's association with ghosts, food, and fortune-telling began with these pagan customs more than 2,000 years ago. Now remember, in the 800s after Christ, a lot of the pagans became Christians, but their customs still survived, and they merged it with Christian holidays. Now listen carefully. The Catholic Church celebrated All Saints' Day on the 1st of November and All Souls' Day on the 2nd. But there was a problem. These days were too close to Samhain, So they didn't like it because, of course, Samhain was a festival for pagans, right? Celebrated other gods, not Jesus Christ, not God. So a lot of people believed what they did is they chose to merge it and call it Halloween.
So, you know, I mean, it's up to you, right? I'm not here to hound on people, but...
Now, yeah, some groups celebrate Satan. Some just party. Some remember the dead. Some dress up. Some carve pumpkins. Some play divination games. Some play pranks on people. Some tell scary stories. Some watch horror films. And some want nothing to do with it. But the question remains, should Christians celebrate Halloween? What does the Bible say about Halloween? Well, you can read through the whole Bible, but it doesn't say anything about Halloween because Halloween did not exist back then. But the Bible does say plenty about staying away from all forms of evil. It tells us not to talk to the dead, not to be part of witchcraft or worshipping any other gods. For example, Leviticus 20 verse 6 says, "If a person turns to mediums and necromancers, whoring after them, I will set my face against that person and will cut him off from among his people." Isaiah 8 verse 19, "And when they say to you, inquire of the mediums and the necromancers who chirp and mutter, should not a people inquire of their God? Should they inquire of the dead on behalf of the living?" And 2 Chronicles 33 verse 6 says, "And he burned his sons as an offering in the valley of the son of Hinnom, and used fortune-telling and omens and sorcery, and dealt with mediums and with necromancers. He did much evil in the sight of the Lord, provoking him to anger." So we clearly see that the Bible, God, is against all these dark things.
Truth is, and not just Halloween, of course, either, right? There's stuff about Christmas, all these things. And then, and truth is, it's how you mean it in your heart when it comes down to it. But when you know these things, when you become aware of them, you should get them out of your life, right? We're called to exit the world, to come out of the world. And these ways that's been fed to us, and the people at the top for all these years, we're seeing it now, right? All the scum that's, you know, and these are people that led society, that led cultures to go the way they go, right? And these, you know, so we're following the rituals of these scumbags, you know, these sick, demented souls. And the truth is, Halloween's an evil holiday. It just is, right? It's pagan worship, and we need to step away from it. You know, and there's people that, even Christians, whatever, that do little things, Halloween parties and dress up, stuff like that. But the truth is, it's, you know, we need to refrain from it. We need to step away from it. And you know why it seems fun and innocent? Truly it isn't. We do things, you know, we got to stop having this mentality of blaming God for things and always questioning everything God does. You know, why would he allow this? Why would he? When we do nothing so carelessly, we do we're so careless and we do everything against what God expects out of us, right? And the truth is, he don't expect all that much out of us. It's the enemy that wants you to think that, oh, you know, you have to participate in this stuff because everybody else is. Well, you know, the many will be fooled, you know. The road to hell is wide. Heavy traffic. The road to heaven is narrow. Straight and narrow, less traveled. just some things for you to consider. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. I also noticed there's not really no trick-or-treating for dogs, right?